First, we're going to talk about this. The FDA poised to ban menthol cigarettes this week. Expert predict. Yeah, so this looks like it's happening. All right, the Food and Drug Administration appears likely to move to ban menthol cigarettes this week, a step experts say that has been years in the making and that could have a significant positive impact on the health of Black Americans. Wait, right into the race factor. Not just Americans in general. No. Black Americans. Okay. The FDA decision would not ban menthol immediately, but would rather kick off the rule-making process to do so, which could take years. The winds are definitely in our favor, said Delmonte Jefferson, executive director of the Center for Black Health and Equity, citing both the decades of data that show the cooling flavor in cigarettes makes it easier to start smoking, combined with the current cultural momentum towards improving the lives of Black Americans. Okay. So they are really just digging right into it, right? This actually has even more data about it, right? Listen to this. All right. Acting FDA Commissioner Janet Woodcock said on Thursday, banning menthol, the last allowable flavor in cigarettes, and banning all flavors in cigars will help save lives, particularly among those disproportionately affected by the deadly products. Wait, all flavors in cigars? So does that mean like wraps, blunt wraps? Are they gonna no more blueberry blunt wraps? That's a shame. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that I partake at all. I'm not denying it, or I'm just saying that's a shame. Armed with strong scientific evidence and with full support from the Biden administration, we believe these actions will launch us on a trajectory towards ending tobacco-related disease and death in the U.S. Okay, so is that what it is? You want to prevent people from getting killed from smoking cigarettes? Because it does kill. But then, of course, so does alcohol. I mean, alcohol poisoning. People drink themselves and get in car accidents and, ruin their livers from drinking. And we tried prohibition 100 years ago. And how did that work? Well, people freaked out. They did it anyway. There was a whole black market. People sold the stuff without any care. And there was a whole new, subversive system to circumvent the laws. You think that's not going to happen? Come on. You don't think people are going to start importing menthol cigarettes from Mexico or Canada, wherever they want? They're going to do it. Come on. It's not going to stop them. This is prohibition. This is them trying to also tell you how to live your life. You need control. This is racist to me. They're like, well, most Black Americans smoke it and it's bad for them. So let's ban it. Let's make a law making it illegal. You don't think that's going to make it worse? So you think they're going to stop? They're going to be angry about it. That's basically them, the government, saying, this is good for you and we're going to do it for your own good. When has that ever worked out well? When has that ever worked out well? This is a terrible idea. They're doing it in, oh, wait, where is the line? Hold on. There is a freaking line in here that I was caught off guard when I read it. Let's see, where is it? It's, oh man, I don't remember what it says. It's straight up says, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Here we go. After more than a decade of inaction from the federal government on menthol, the Biden administration acted quickly and definitively to prioritize Black lives and to make progress towards ending the institutionalized racism African Americans face as a result of menthol cigarettes. They are literally saying menthol cigarettes are institutionalized racism. What? Because in here it says, I don't know exactly where it is. I don't feel like reading this whole thing because there's a lot of mumbo jumbo in there, but it says 80% of Black Americans smoke menthol cigarettes. So they should ban menthol cigarettes because menthol makes it easier to smoke cigarettes. So therefore it's institutionalized racism because they chose to smoke menthol cigarettes. Look, I don't smoke cigarettes. All right. But if you want to smoke cigarettes, you go ahead and smoke cigarettes. If you want to smoke menthol cigarettes, you go ahead and smoke menthol cigarettes. They kill you. We know this. We discovered this. We knew this already. All right. If you smoke cigarettes, I don't think it's very smart, but it is your right to do that not very smart thing. Right? They are literally trying to tell us what we can consume now. Are they going to bring back prohibition for alcohol? What else are they going to stop us? Right? I mean, they're making everything racism. Everything is about, control. I mean, how is this not control? They are trying to control, they're blatantly saying, the black population. Look, you smoke menthol cigarettes, it's bad for your health, so you should, you're not allowed to do that anymore. Okay. I mean, I see it's in good, it's good, because, like, look, here's from the CDC, 480,000 deaths annually. This is including secondhand smoke, but that's from cigarette smoking. Cigarette smoking causes about 1 of every 5 deaths in the United States every year. Cigarette smoking is estimated to cause the following: 480,000 deaths annually. And then it says between the men and the women. Life expectancies of smokers is 10 years shorter than non-smokers. Quitting smoking before the age of 40 reduces the risk of dying from smokers-related disease about 90%. Yes! I did it before. Well, I did it on my 30th birthday. I had my last cigarette. And I haven't looked back. But now my argument lies in, well, here we go. What about heart disease? Heart disease, how many is that? 805,000 Americans have a heart attack a year. Okay? How many people die? 1 person dies every 36 seconds because of cardiovascular disease. About 655,000 Americans die from heart disease each year. That's 1 in every 4 deaths. Okay, so are we going to ban processed food, terrible food, or inactivity? Ban not exercising? Like, if menthol cigarettes are bad for us, how breathing bad air is bad for us? I mean, literally walking into the sun tanning, it can be bad for you, can cause cancer. So when does it end? What, right? I mean, we need to ban the sun because the sun causes skin cancer, and that's institutionalized racism. I mean, I'm making a joke, but when is it going to end? It's the same thing. I mean, heart disease is worse than cigarette disease, or cigarette disease. You know what I mean? Tobacco-related deaths. Smoking causes cancer. Smoking causes 480,000 deaths a year. Okay, so if heart disease causes even more deaths, shouldn't we be focused on that also? Shouldn't we be focused on what causes heart disease and maybe ban that? No, we shouldn't, because people have their choices to eat what they want. I choose to eat what I want. I don't care what you eat. I don't project what I eat on you guys. Sure, you know that I happen to be selective with what I eat. I don't even need to bring it up because it's none of your business. And I don't care if you care what I eat, because I don't care what you eat. But I do think that most people should care what they eat, should care what they do with their bodies, should care how they treat their bodies. I don't think you should smoke cigarettes, but if you want to, go ahead. By all means, smoke cigarettes. On the package, it should say, this causes cancer, this will kill you, and it does. Right? Reported for supporting racist cigarettes. Someone in chat just said it. I hope that's a joke, and if it's not, that's really sad. But so funny. Racist cigarettes. I mean, my goodness. Because 30% of white Americans smoke menthols, and 80% of black Americans smoke menthols. Menthols are racist. Or that's just what they smoke. I smoked Newports when I was younger. I was a really heavy smoker. Really bad. Like over a pack a day of Newports. And those are heavy menthol cigarettes. Okay, I know I smoked cigarettes for about 15 years. That's right. I started when I was 15. When I was younger. I was a teenager when I was smoking cigarettes. And then I started on Marlboro Reds, but then I went into Newports and heavy menthol. And then I kicked that about, I don't know, somewhere in my early 20s. But still, it's like, when is it going to end? You know, this feels like they're just ramping. You know, it's like when they banned Alex Jones. Okay, it's the start. Okay, well, you know, we got to be wary of it because now they're banning just conservative voices. The no-fly list with Nick Fuentes. Look at that. You know, now they're banning menthol cigarettes. Then they're going to ban what's next to be banned. What's next to be made illegal? When are suddenly we're going to wake up and have all of our rights just gone, that we can't do what we want anymore? Freedom is pretty important. You know, tyranny is when people take your rights away, isn't it? I mean, it feels like we're getting awfully close to that. I don't want my rights taken away. I want to be able to smoke a menthol cigarette if I want to. Granted, I probably won't ever want to smoke one again because I quit smoking cigarettes and I'll never look back. You know, and it's just interesting. It's like, you know, when they banned liquor, you know, people they freaked out. People need their vices. Cigarettes are vices. You ban that, what's next? Banning cigarettes outright? I wouldn't be surprised. Why would they ban? Is it just because of, you know, the equity? Because black people smoke menthol cigarettes? Don't you think that's going to piss them off and make them see? I mean, I would have been pissed when Oxford came out and said, if you're black in America and at Oxford, you don't have to do as much work. That's insulting. That's insulting. At least it would be to me. I'm just my own perspective on it. I would be insulted if they said, because of your skin color, you don't have to do as much work because you can't work as hard as anyone else and do the same job. That's how I would take it. I would be offended and pissed. Now, this is saying, well, because of your skin color and most of the people that have the same color as you are smoking these kind of cigarettes, and it's bad for you. So therefore, we're going to use you as an excuse. We're going to use you as our excuse to ban it. All right? They're claiming it's racism, but really what they're doing is they're just trying to ban it outright and using it as an excuse. You're the patsy, Black America. That's what I'm seeing. They're like, yes, but it's institutionalized racism. Menthol cigarettes, really? Because that happens to be the choice of cigarettes that they smoke? Is that not offensive? God, that's ridiculous. Man, ridiculous. I'm just like, I'm shocked that people aren't like raging about this. You know, Ian Miles Chung, I believe, think of him however you want. Doesn't matter. He said, I shouldn't be the only one talking about the menthol cigarettes ban. It's a big deal. Biden is acting like he knows what's best for you and taking away your right to choose. It's prohibition. He's absolutely right. We should be outraged at this. This is step one. This is a small inkling of him going, I am a dictator now. Or whoever's controlling him. You know, conspiracy theories, whatever. It's like, it doesn't matter. The powers that be want to take your rights away. This is just disguised as fighting for Black Americans. Well, it's like you're literally taking the rights away from them from a type of cigarette that they like to smoke. Clearly, they like to. 80% of Black Americans smoke menthol cigarettes. Okay. So it's what's best for you. Well, what else do they think is best for us? Huh? And I could name a bunch of different things, but I'd probably get banned for it, which is just ridiculous. But I've already got a warning on I'd rather keep my channel. Okay. Now that I've set sail on my own and I need to keep up my own, I don't know, show and my lifestyle now. This is what I do, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Someone just said, call the UFO Newport. I kind of like it. Blackblade said that. I kind of like it. I'm going to name him Newport. It's kind of cool because it works on multiple levels. You know, like a port, a new port. It's like something in space where we meet, you know, like Babylon 5, like a space port, a new port. Newport, the UFO. All right, it has been coined. The UFO's name is Newport. I'm going to spin it now because it just works. You know what I mean? It just works. Anyway, we'll see. This is just the beginning, man. And it's just going to get worse.